Welcome back to another Aussie Horizons video. Today we'll be doing a rig rundown of the 80 series. We've been receiving a lot of comments along our socials of people asking about the mods on this car. So we thought we'll come here today and run through. There is about $40,000 worth of mods here, so let's get straight into it. So before we get into it, sometimes buying the cheapest four-wheel drive can end up being the most expensive. In the end of the video, we'll run through why. We'll start here at the front. This is the Adventure Corp bull bar. It comes in a flat pack. It's a DIY kit that you just put together yourself. The hoops aren't an option. You kind of get it all fabricated to suit the vehicle. We've spruced it up with some Raptor coat, made it look all nice and tidy, and extra protection on that too. Right under here, you've got the Bush Ranger 12,000 pound winch. It's always good to have a winch. It's gotten us out of so many tricky situations, so that's needed on there. We'll get into some lighting now. The headlights, JTX headlights, which are pretty bright on their own, but we wanted to add on to that with the Type X steady lights here. And on the top there, we've got the steady light bar as well. It's a 40-inch light bar. And these on their own can go up to like 1.5 kilometers in distance. So you're seeing absolutely everything when you're highway driving. Highly recommend these lights. They are super bright. Just to touch on further with the light bar, it's a steady STX light bar, 40-inch, and there's two modes on there. They do go in amber and normal lighting. The amber looks awesome in fog and when you're driving at night or just sitting around the campfire, and the white light is super bright and lights up everything that you need to see on the road. For any of you 80 series owners out there, you know you cannot see anything out of your standard mirrors. That's why we've upgraded to the OCam towing mirrors. The surface area is huge and you can see so much out of them. Definitely a good addition. Wheels and tyres. Here we've got the Yokohama Geolandar tyres, 35-inch, wrapped around the Black Rhino imitation beadlock wheels. Now these are huge tyres, 315, and it provides so much grip when you're doing off-roading and it helps you get up everything so much more easier. Here we've got the Radius 4-inch seamless snorkel. It does come in chrome and black. We've got it in chrome. It is a great addition to the car with how many water crossings we do. Absolutely love it. On the back here, we've got the Adventure Corp rear bar. Same story as the front. You do got to put this together. And we've got the custom swing arm for your spare wheel on the back. So underneath the car now, we've got the Fox 2.0 reservoir shocks, rated for 500 kilos. And we'll go through the rest of the suspension that we've got.
Time to go over what's underneath the car. So we've got the full Superior catalogue under here. Everything's adjustable and comp spec, so it's built to last. So we'll start at the front. We've got the drag link and tie rod, so the steering arms. When I first got the car, the bushes were gone, so I went a bit overkill and upgraded them. We've got the front radius arms. Even though it's a 2-inch lift, it's still good to have because you get the correct caster angle in the car, which allows you to get the wheel alignment perfect. Moving on to the rear, we've got the rear, lower and upper control arms. They're also adjustable, which allows you to get the correct pinion angle so you can remove those driveline vibrations. Doing all of this just aligns your tail shaft and your drive shaft so everything's even. That gets the car driving better than new, and it's built to go off-road. And how could I forget the panhard rods front and rear? So they're also adjustable comp spec, so strong as you can get them. That allows the wheels to be tracking over each other. So LandCruisers always have this problem where the front wheels don't track where the rear wheels are. So that eliminated that problem as well. Last but not least, including the Fox 2.0 remote reservoir shocks, we have the Fox steering dampener to make that steering feel a lot lighter. The last thing we did to make the steering feel very good was tighten up that screw on the steering box so everything's very responsive and the car goes wherever you point it. The car has heaps more flex than what you're seeing here, but there was nothing high enough to actually flex this car up, and we don't have a forklift at spare, just to show you what it does. The shocks have about 11-inch of travel, so yeah, it does have quite a lot of flex. I could up the springs, but then I'd lose some of that flex if I wanted to go to a 3-inch, for example, but I'm pretty happy with it low and wide.
We'll show you the engine, we'll pop the bonnet. There's been quite a few dramas as of late with this thing, so we'll walk you through what happened and how we've corrected it.
Dramas is to say the least. So the typical FZ cooked the head. We had a blown head gasket between cylinder 5 and 6. So we've gone overkill here. We've decked the block, skimmed the head, so we can run a higher compression in the motor. I've got the blue extractors there, they're a pacemaker, and then I've connected that to the King Brown exhaust, so there's a full exhaust straight through. For some engine bay bling, we've got the blue Hyperfab oil cap, that's to match the blue extractors, and then we've got all the accessories and everything wired in quite neatly, just so everything looks professional. So it doesn't sound like your typical FZ, it's quite beefy, so I'll pass you back over to him just to do the sound test.
And this is a sound test. Yep, that's an 80 series. So that's the exterior of the 80 series done. We'll show you inside. There's a lot happening in there, but before we do, we'll take you to the Department of Interior to finish the job. I'm here with Rowan, the pioneer of interior from the Department of Interior. I'll hand it over to him to show you what we've done here.
G'day guys, firstly just wanted to thank Aussie Horizons for lending us the vehicle. This is the early 80 series, the first early 80 series full-length floor console for the factory auto vehicle. So we've got the provision for the auto shifter up the front here, RJ45 dual USB sockets, a bank of switches, removable storage tray, 2 cup holders, our big caddy bottle adapter, armrest type padded lid. This is super comfortable. It's done in black, which keeps a black line through the center of the car, bolts into factory mounting points. Really happy with the end result on this one. Also done their door cards. So we've got the factory grey color at the top. We've retrimmed this, and then we've got a black trim for the ABS plastic door card here as well. Very cool. Very happy with the result. Thank you again.
Massive thank you to Rowan and the team at Carbon Consoles. So I just want to take you through the rest of the interior real quick. All your 80 series owners know there is no cup holders. So we've added the one stone armrest with the cup holder, as well as it's got 2 additional cup holders in the center console. And we may be going a bit overkill here, but originally we'll be swapping this out. I'll have a speaker pod with the additional cup holder in here and a nice leather finish. Up here we have the JRP gauges to run all your temps. This is something that every four-wheel drive needs. It just protects the motor. Previously I had a head gasket blow which didn't have these gauges and cooked the head, so all of that needed to be redone. In the middle here we've got the rocker switches from Air On Board. They're a 3-way rocker switch, on, off, on, and that manages all the accessories inside the car. If we just go up a little bit, we've got a brand new Sony screen which has maps and new tracks all built in. To add additional comfort, we have gone with XR6 seats. They're tied in with the Hurricane Fab adapter, and to make it feel a bit more premium, we've added the Razorback seat covers, and for that additional spruce, we've put in the Aussie Horizons logo. Down the bottom, we have the Bush Ranger floor mats. Could have went with Bedrocks or like the ARB covers, but these were like $50, quite cheap. So that's the option I went with. Coming over here, we have the Thrills on Wheels adapter holding the GME XRS. So this is the GPS version, and it's always good to have comms in the car. Coming over to the other side, we do have the quad lock dash mount. Never had an issue with this. Off-road, it stays sturdy the whole time, so it actually never pops off. Up here, we have the Tough Grip handles, and on the front to protect bonnet glare and the light glare from the light bars and stuff like that, I do have the solar shades from RV Solar Screens. And then I've tied the dash in nicely with a carpet mat, and of course, we've got the Aussie flag. Around the back, for the GME aerial, I've used the Adventure Corp mount, and that ties in nicely with everything. This is where it gets exciting. So pop this open, full bed. So I've got the solar screens wrapped around the back just to keep that privacy. We've got a double mattress sitting in here, covered in suede with the Louis Vuitton pillows. Underneath, we have the ORS drawer system, which locks in here. Got your hunting boots, fluids, accessories, and then in that side there's a bunch of spare parts. If you come around the side here, We've got additional storage for your camping gear and stuff like that. And underneath, I don't know if you can see it, but I've actually got a 45 litre water storage, which connects into this hose. There's a pump on the other side, which I run up to the cage, and then you can have like a shower head coming off the top. So if you do want to have showers or clean up, you can. Just coming back over to the bed. It's winter now, so we don't have them up, but usually I have fans. I'll add a photo on the screen of how it looks in the summer, but I have 2 fans on either side because it does get hot sleeping in a car. Just keeps it cool, has additional lighting, and there's one thing I am waiting for which goes on the roof. It's a netting that comes across. It's got a like clear bag or clear screen in the middle of it, because I generally, when I get into bed, I like watching a movie, so I'll have a clear screen on the top so I can slide the iPad in, and then I have TV while I'm in bed. But yeah, this is the interior from the back. Everything looks pretty neat. Overall with this interior, I'm very happy with how it looks. The console and the door cards has made this car look a lot more modern than what it actually is. So having a look at this, you wouldn't believe this is a 33-year-old car. The only thing I was thinking of doing is swapping out the steering wheel for a 300 series wheel, but I don't think they are ADR compliant. You might be able to let me know in the comments if they are, but I'm pretty sure this all ties in nicely. It sort of matches. So having a 300 series steering wheel won't really suit the look of the car. It may not. I do have the suede steering wheel cover, so it feels very premium in your hand, and it's not too thick how the 300 series wheel is, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this because it is a nice addition to the car. But yeah, overall the interior, completely happy with it. It looks a lot more modern. The comfort is next level. One thing I forgot to mention as well, 80 series owners, you don't have armrests either. So this center console, the only downside to having it is while driving now, I could almost fall asleep. So those long trips would just be a little bit harder to do because the comfort is next level. Just some old clips here so you can see how far this interior has really come. It's crazy to see what it used to look like. Absolutely love the look at this car. So we said at the start of the video, buying the cheapest four-wheel drive can become the most expensive. So what that's all about, I paid originally 10 grand for this car, and this could be standard with any old car, but the brakes were shot, so they needed to be replaced. The wheel bearings were gone, so they needed to be done. The rear axle seal, that started leaking almost straight away. The radiator, that blew. The thermostat, the water pump, everything started going, and then eventually the head gasket went. So there's about 15 grand worth of maintenance. So keep that in mind when you are buying an old car. There's a lot of work to get these cars roadworthy and get them reliable. We've got a rebuilt motor, rebuilt transfer case, the lockers in the both diffs, so rebuilt diffs. Basically everything has been looked over on this car. The wheel bearings, the bushes, the suspension, everything is brand new. So there should be, knock on wood, no additional problems or nothing to address for at least another 20,000 Ks other than general maintenance like changing your oils and fluids. But yeah, that's it. That's the car. I'll pass the mic back over to old mate.
We have received comments of people saying that what we do is just sponsored ads or product placements. I wish that was true. Everything here is out of our own pockets. Just the center console and the door cards and the interior was like 3 grand. Like I said, it all comes from the pockets, which is fairly empty now. All up, this is about 40 grand worth of mods on this 80 series. We're flattered that you think it's sponsored, but sadly not. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any other questions about the car, or if you think we've missed anything, feel free to leave a comment below. Like this video, subscribe to our channel for more content. See you on the next one.